Well, now you're all horizontal.
No, you're horizontal. First of all,
Okay, we'll do it that way.
First of all, it kicked me out and I had to rejoin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to leave and rejoin again because I want to be horizontal.
All right. He's going to leave and rejoin and come again.
Be right back.
Zach?
Yeah, he went back to sleep.
Okay, good.
I just want to point out that Kimler's experience just now was very J.D. Vance-esque. With the whole camera turning and not knowing which way it should go.
It did feel that way. It did feel that way. And he's back.
Oh, is Z back on?
Z is back on. His son went back to sleep.
Yeah,
all right.
Whose dumb idea was this? I am so freaking tired. I got no energy to do this show at night. Can't believe you talked me into this.
The two old guys who were waking up at 4 o'clock to get this done before are now stretching it into the midnight hour.
Yeah.
I know.
You guys, you may be old, but you have the vigor of a 25-year-old to be able to do that.
There's a term for this. They call this dragon ass because I am dragging ass at this time of night.
Let me finish it. Let me finish it up real quick. Okay. All right.
Barrett just does that for the feel.
All right. Good evening, everybody. This is the All About Nothing podcast, kind of daily show. I am Barrett Gruber, host of the All About Nothing podcast with Zac King. You can follow me across all social media at Barrett Gruber. You can follow Zac here at Garnet King across all social media. Joining us is Bill Kimler, host of Black, White, and Blue in the South with Dr. Jamil Brooks. You can follow him across all social media as well at politicalbillsc. Welcome, guys, to the first evening recording of the All About Nothing podcast, kind of daily show. How are we doing?
Hey, Zach, good to see you, man. Well, I guess just seeing your Z there on the screen, but I'm sure there's a good-looking guy behind it.
Oh, there is. And I appreciate that, Bill. It is good to see you. And you may not be able to see me right now, but in honor of the hour, I am jotting randomly on the notes, just like our buddy Jon Stewart, just scribbling on paper. So, yeah.
All right. Good. Well, at least somebody with personality has joined our show here. That's good. I'm excited.
That's
I know.
harsh.
I feel like I might ruin the dichotomy a little bit. I love the kind of daily show and what you guys have going.
Well, thank you, Zach. Oh, I just realized mine's coffee flavored. I didn't realize that.
Ooh, nasty. I don't like them. Was it a vodka that's flavored or a beer?
It is a flavored vodka from the Hollow Creek Distillery in Leesville.
Mm.
So shout out to them. Hey,
I'm from a place where you call don't do that.
Zach says that. How many 12 ounces are you in? None. Okay. All right. Well, it is.
Do you drink anymore, or you got to stay sober 24/7 with the little ones around?
No, I have little ones. Of course not.
Right.
Bill said that he is on his third enormous glass of
Merlot. Thank you,
Merlot. So
enjoy your wine shits in the morning, Bill.
There's no better kind.
Well, guys, I know it's been less than 48 hours since the last episode, but
speaking of the shits, can we talk about that video you sent me, Barrett?
Yeah, sure.
You know the one I'm talking about?
I don't think I sent it to Zach, but basically what it is, it's an AI video of
that new Sora 2 engine that's like taking the world by storm right now.
It is a bunch of people.
Can't get an invite.
A bunch of people praying over Donald Trump. It looks like in the Oval Office, and then
he's just sitting there on a chair, and everybody's gathered around him.
A bunch of diarrhea just starts flowing out from underneath him between the seat and the chair, and the scene is short, but it ends with what looks like maybe J.D. Vance going down there to like scoop some of it up, and he starts eating it, and then you see like I'm guessing it was Carr, whatever, the FCC director. It looks like he goes in there for some.
And you're sure it was AI?
See, there I was at night, and I was doing my daily Bible meditations, as I usually do in the evenings, and I was praying to Lord Jesus, and then this notification popped up on my phone, and the most heretical, foul video shared by my friend Barrett here. I had to pray 10 times extra just to wipe that image out of my mind. That was wild.
It's
Well,
fair.
If you're not committing heresy, what are you doing? Not
Right.
living.
If it's not offending Bill Kimler, what's the point? Real quick, I did want to make sure everybody knows Soul House Sessions with Priest Jacobs coming up on October 22nd at the Koger Center of the Arts. Featured guest is going to be Dan Lish. He is going to be there to promote the fact that the Koger Center Soul House Art Gallery is going to have his artwork on display. He's coming all the way over from the UK. They're also going to do a talk, like a panel talk with several guests. That is all coming up again October 22nd. Tickets available through Eventbrite. You can check the show notes as well. You can follow Preach at Preach Jacobs on Instagram. And if you use code AAN, you get 50% off those tickets. So do that, please. It's going to be fun. I'll be there. That's minus the fun part. Sorry. That's just how life goes. So since the last time we did the show, did anyone see the interview with Stephen Miller on CNN?
The one where he froze?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was freaky.
Did you get the context of what it was he froze on?
Yeah, I heard some explainers on that. So if you've got the exact words that he froze on, maybe you can repeat that.
Well,
Was it on Nazi Plus or what you said?
It's close, but it was he was talking about the plenary authority that Donald Trump has in him through what is the 10th, I don't know, whatever, something attributed to presidential authority and things like that. But it
was that word, plenary authority, I think was the trigger.
Yeah, which Webster's defines as absolute. And the idea is that Donald Trump and the White House, the administration, believe that despite the fact that a judge may tell them that, no, you cannot send federalized National Guard troops into these cities, the White House, the administration believes that they can and that they will, regardless of what the actual authority of the president is.
Was it on CNN that he was being interviewed?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was CNN, and
which seems like an odd place for him to be. But hey, good for him on showing up to that network. But he literally was asked point blank, if the Supreme Court rules against you or some judge rules against you, what do you do? And he basically said, we don't give a shit. We're just going to go ahead and do it. And he used the fancy term plenary, but then he froze. Yeah. He had like a Mitch McConnell moment. And, while he could have, if he had just kept his face and his eyes steady, he could have passed it off as the feed froze, right? But instead, he was sat there blinking and looking around and blinking.
It was.
And you got that video, I am assuming. It sounds like you're about to pull it up.
I'm trying to pull it up as we speak. It was an extremely.
Come on, Barrett, get it up.
All right, I'm working on it. I'm going to pull it up. You guys keep talking while I pull it up.
Yeah, I definitely want to see this. I think.
Stephen you have Miller, to see it.
He's the dangerous part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Barrett just shot a blank.
Totally
I thought it was coming up.
No. Here we go. All right, this is. All right, this is it. Let me adjust the audio real quick so it's you guys can also hear this. So here we go.
You've called the district judge's ruling blocking the deployment of National Guard in Oregon legal insurrection. Does the administration still plan to abide by that ruling?
Well, the administration filed an appeal this morning with the Ninth Circuit. I would note the administration won an identical case in the Ninth Circuit just a few months ago with respect to the federalizing of the California National Guard. Under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, the president has plenary authority.
Stephen?
God, I hope it was a stroke.
Stephen? Hey, Stephen, can you hear me? It seemed, Stephen, I apologize. It seems like we're having a technical issue.
No technical issue. The technical issue was between his ears.
Yeah,
he had an aneurysm.
That was weird, right? I mean, it was almost like he was rebooting right in front of us.
Yeah.
They
forgot to plug him up to his Tesla charger.
So one explainer was that, somebody got in his earpiece or was waving off camera, telling him to shut the F up. And so, not having a backup plan, he just froze and just kept blinking.
Yeah.
It was strange.
Yeah,
Threw
essentially.
another bag out the window of the White House.
Yeah, right.
It was.
He's going to be in that next bag.
It was he'll fit in it. I saw a meme that said he's only 4'7". He's tiny.
That was AOC.
Yeah, that was great. So Stephen Miller basically having a stroke on camera, as I don't know how old he is. What is he, 30, 32, something like that?
He is 27, believe it or not.
27? He's only 27.
I don't know. He's 4'11" and he's 27 years old. That's what I know.
That little boy's still got some growing room, I think.
A very slappable face.
Oh yeah.
Slappable. I punchable is the one I usually.
Yeah,
I'd be afraid if you hit him too hard, you'd find the face on the back of his head like Voldemort. He's got that look about him.
He really, really does. But he's like not cool enough for that level of villainy. He's more like Indiana Jones' sidekick is there when the arc is opened.
Yeah.
Going, yeah. Like not even that genius.
You need to put a side by side of Nosferatu and Stephen Miller and see if you can tell the difference.
When Nosferatu doesn't have to eat the chickens in the basement, but he actually gets out and sucks a couple human blood.
Yeah, he's actually cool.
Yeah, there he is. Look at him. Looks all lively.
Speaking of Stephen Miller and I guess his coordination of the events that the White House has planned, I don't know that Trump is the one that actually called for this, but did you guys see that Trump called for the arrest of Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson and the Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker?
I did not see that.
Is my surprise face.
We can't see Zach's surprise face. That's true.
So did he literally say, "I'm calling for the arrest of"? Were those the words?
The articles that I have seen, they don't have it quoted, but that it does appear that Donald Trump, and I'd have to go look through his True Social to see if that's where he put it, but Donald Trump has called for the arrest of both of the Democrats, the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, and J.B. Pritzker. It's a weird time we're living in. Ultimately,
yeah. Here's another weird thing that just came out. Who's that CNN reporter that wrote a book about Biden? He did an expose on Biden. What's his name?
Cotter? No, Cutter.
Jake Cutter. Jake. No, I'm going to the Denver Broncos.
Cutler.
Yeah, it's not Jay Cutler. No, that's the quarterback.
It is
Tapper. Jake Tapper.
You
right?
brought her.
So Tapper did an interview with Donald Trump recently, like in the last day or so, but he did it over text messages. Couldn't get a live Q&A with him. Did a text Q&A with him. And if you're a journalist, you have no verification that that's the guy you're talking to.
For sure.
Who conducts an interview over text messages? There's something really bizarre. The conspiracy realm is going wild again, thinking that something is up with his health, that he couldn't go on camera or do even a phone interview. He had to do a text interview.
Did you see that he has what the White House is calling a scheduled annual physical this Friday morning at the Walter Reed Medical Center?
He has but that's not a big deal. He has his annual physicals every Monday.
He's okay. I was going to say he's already had his annual physical where he had another cognitive test that's already happened this year. So
yeah, 6 months ago it happened. So he's going for his annual in 6 months.
Well, you're still fat and stupid.
So that does seem a little odd that they have announced his visit to Walter Reed. They said that it's under the preface that he is going to speak with troops that are at the Walter Reed. I assume to tell them that they're not getting paid on the 15th is what I'm assuming.
Look, for a guy who's got 1 foot in the casket, he's still everywhere. I mean, he's still talking to the Naval Academy, and he's talking to generals, and he's over here, he's over there. The dude is not acting like he's still doing more in a day than I can do. I don't know what's going on there. unless he's got body doubles and triples out there.
I have theories.
It is a swollen foot in that casket, and it's grumbling at all those events.
I do have theories on what it is that's keeping him as active. I saw a news article that talked about his sleeping habits and that he goes to bed by 11:15, 12 o'clock, and that he's up by 3 or 4, so that he's really getting maybe 4 hours of sleep a night. But I'm guessing that the reports about him being basically on Adderall to keep himself going, because he doesn't like to sleep. If he's asleep, then he can't get attention. Although,
so Adderall does that for you?
Well,
Adderall reduces the need for sleep, because I might be looking into a supplier if that's the case.
So Adderall has effects that different. So Adderall, of course, will keep someone potentially focused if they are. And I may have this incorrect. I may have it backwards, but Adderall is an upper for someone who doesn't have ADHD. For someone that is ADHD, Adderall keeps them down. So Donald Trump being on Adderall might be basically, it's like cocaine. It's an
amphetamine. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah. So it's the likelihood is it's keeping him up, and he pops them like Tic Tacs is what's been reported. So the likelihood is that he potentially is taking them to keep himself awake or to keep himself focused while he's awake. Because
he's a teetotaler. I don't know if you knew that.
I kind of did, but I suspect that's where we get, the 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Truth Social posts that are absolutely. So somebody in the comments just said neurodivergent. It stabilizes and aids in focus as well as quiets the mind. So was
that Amy?
No.
Or is that a me?
No,
that's fact checker.
That's B in our TikTok.
Okay.
So appreciate that. So yeah. So essentially it, but for someone that is not neurodivergent, it's like cocaine.
Man, I think it's the frumpy squirts that are keeping him up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's 3 loads of
come back to strike the Colonel's 13th recipe.
It's 3 loads of Big Macs at dinner and several.
But at this point, do you really believe that he is doing his own posts? Like, do you think that is him literally on his phone, tapping away with his little sausage thumbs and then hitting send, or has he got somebody else doing it? I can't imagine that's him.
I have suspicion that when you see what looks like private messages that should be sent to like Pam Bondi, where he literally says, Pam, we need to arrest, I'm paraphrasing, we need to arrest James Comey. We need to go after Shifty Schiff. We need to go after Letitia James. Like when he sends those messages as Truth Social posts, I believe that is him. Because I think he's texting someone. I think he thinks he's texting someone. I think he thinks that he's sending private messages to Pam Bondi or whatever. And ultimately, he's a geriatric president that is going to make mistakes. In fact, I think I saw a report today that actually said that it was confirmed that was supposed to be a DM. But that means that the president of the United States is using his own Truth Social network direct messages to send instructions to his cabinet. And that doesn't seem normal. Maybe it is. I'd have to leave that up to somebody else. But to me, it doesn't seem normal. That's like
it seems like it ought to be the easiest hack to social engineer. Like just create a fake Kash Patel picture of yourself crossing your eyes and then DM him on the side and see if he can't get into his inner circle. You say some stupid stuff. You say, well, hello, Valhalla. We made it. And then you're in.
You're direct messaging Valhalla, comma. Okay, I'm not going to say it.
Wrong kind of noun. I think I cannot wait for Kash Patel to be on Cameo. I have a list of things.
Zach, that'll be my first purchase, with my bonus money. I'm going to buy a cameo of him to you as a personal gift.
Gosh, I would have it put in one of those. I would buy one of those video picture frames just to have it playing all
play on replay.
Oh yeah. Who's he looking at? We'll never know. But he's.
I have to.
It'll be like the Mona Lisa that no matter where you stand, you think he's looking at you.
No matter where you stand, he's not looking at you.
Okay, maybe that's it. No matter where you can never get into his line of sight.
No matter where I move, he's looking away.
It's like the reverse Mona Lisa. How does he do that? It's a miracle.
Or the
It'll
pictures.
be the Louvre in 2032.
Yeah, the creepy paintings in a castle that the eyes pop out and you think they're looking at you, but it's not. It's going to be completely. The
It's always
opposite.
looking away, no matter where you are. It's looking elsewhere.
It's looking everywhere else.
Is that suspicious to you? Yeah, but for all the wrong reasons.
Oh well, that was fun. Do you guys? Not to bring the crowd down, but do you guys want to see some of these clips that I gathered from the Bondi hearing?
Oh, it looks like you had to cut up 9 clips, right?
There were about 10 of them. There were about 10 of them.
So I have zero interest in seeing any of them. Move on.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
You said
kidding.
that with the gravitas of Stand By Me. You guys want to see a dead body?
Right. You want to see a Pam Bondi?
Yeah, let's see a Pam Bondi.
I was on the railroad tracks, man, and they came across a Pam Bondi. You want to go see it?
That's accurate. That's accurate. All right.
He said chopper 6
So-
balls.
Just because of time constraints, I'm not going to play all of them. I'm going to play Schiff. This is Schiff, Adam Schiff, senator from California, who basically
Hey, pop quiz. Who was the attorney general under Joe Biden?
that was Merrick Garland.
Oh, see, I didn't even remember that. I'm sitting there
Oh.
scratching my head thinking, who was it?
Yeah, it was Merrick Garland, whose Department of Justice moved so slowly that Donald Trump got reelected.
I was just about to say, that's the guy we poked with a stick and said, hey, do something.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Over
right.
and over and over, just a constant barrage of please would you just do something. And ultimately, again, he did just enough to burn time. So Schiff yesterday during the at the end of the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing basically went over all of the things that Pam Bondi obfuscated from answering all of the questions. So this is that, if it works. If I click on it enough times, maybe it will. We'll do it again.
We can just watch Stephen Miller again if you want. I mean, that worked.
Update your QuickTime.
It's my quick
I think it's valuable that the American people get a sense of what you've refused to answer today. So these are just some of the questions you refused to answer, or have answered with personal attacks on members of this committee. You were asked whether you consulted with career ethics lawyers, as you promised you would do during your nomination hearing, when you approved the president receiving a $400 million gift from the Qataris. You refused to answer that question. You were asked who or what role you may have played, or who played the role in asking that Trump's name be flagged in any of the Epstein documents gathered by the FBI. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether Holman kept the $50,000 bribe money. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether Holman paid taxes on the $50,000 bribe money. You refused to answer that question. You were asked, did career prosecutors find insufficient evidence to charge James Comey? You refused to answer that question. You were asked, how are military strikes on these boats in the Caribbean legal? And you refused to even answer that question.
You were asked, a law degree,
excuse me. You were asked, did you discuss indicting James Comey with the president? You refused to answer that question. You were asked, did you approve the firing of antitrust lawyers who disagreed with the Hewlett-Packard merger? You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether you support a restoration fund for violent insurrections to attack the Capitol on January 6th. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether you were firing career professionals, career prosecutors, just because they worked on January 6th investigations. You refused to answer that question. You were asked by my California colleague whether you believe government officials, like immigration officials, have to abide by court orders. You wouldn't even answer that question.
Good on Adam Schiff to keep track of all that, or having an aide to keep track of all that, because I miss the days of what's his name, the senator from Minnesota, Al Franken. I miss the days of Al Franken having the sense of humor and the quick wit that he had.
Yeah, I've got to criticize Schiff. His delivery was terrible.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was falling asleep during that. I mean, he had great points, But if he had Al Franken, half of Al Franken's personality, it would have come across much better.
Yeah.
Well, he's a Democrat, Bill. That's what we do now.
Yeah, there's some good ones. Who's that Californian colleague he was talking about? Eric.
He was appointed and then he won his election.
Who's a congressman from California that we know? It's a guy, blondish hair. Doesn't it?
That's going to be tough on me.
God damn it. You know him too. He's one of the more outspoken ones.
I do want to say this while y'all ponder that. Her response was, "Do you have a law degree?"
Oh,
Murdoch had a law degree. That doesn't make you a good person, right? At the end of the day. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, he
was given facts the entire time, and she's just like, let me strike at his ad hominem attack. Yeah, it's just
I could play you multiple clips of her interrupting during the whole process of the hearing, of asking questions. I mean, here's
before you play the clip, I want to just share this with you. The congressman I'm trying to remember, I believe his first name's Eric, but I could be wrong. He tweeted today that he's spoken with 100 Republican congressmen who are about to bolt the party or bolt from Trump because they know that when that Epstein unredacted file gets released, when that discharge notice gets finally approved by Congress, he knows of 100 who are going to bolt away from Trump because they don't want to be associated with him.
Wow.
It's just a matter of time. He says he's got confirmation. This is a U.S. congressman who is Adam Schiff's contemporary out there in California. I know they got a bunch of congresspersons, but he said it, and it's gaining a lot of traction. You just watch. It sounds like the bell is starting to toll in this guy's end as president because of this Epstein file discharge. Once that lady from Arizona gets seated, it's over.
Yeah.
They're going to hop on their boats and go to Argentina.
I think they're not running from Congress. They're running from Trump. I don't know if there's a difference at this point.
These are congresspersons that are looking to distance themselves because they're up for re-election come next November. And if the Epstein file, it's going to get released. Whether or not the Trump administration wants it to, it's going to happen. And, the thing I keep seeing across social media and the comments that I get from people all the time are, well, Donald Trump's trying to protect Bill Clinton and people like Joe Biden. And like, they keep naming these names, these Democrats that I said, do you honestly think that there is a world where Donald Trump has any concern about what the public thinks about Bill Clinton or Joe Biden or any of these other potential people that are on this list? I think the likelihood is that it's not just Donald Trump that the Republicans themselves are protecting. I think that they are protecting CEOs of companies and corporations across the United States and across the world that are major donors to their campaigns, or that they are being given, boats and RVs and things like that. They are receiving gifts from people that are continuing to funnel money towards these politicians.
Look, is there a celebrity name, if released on that files, would create huge disappointment in you? Like you've already mentioned, if Bill Gates or Bill Clinton appeared on there, we'd be like, fuck them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is there any name that you'd be like, oh shit, not him, not her?
I don't want to like, people have mentioned Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert as being on flight logs, which I've seen the flight logs. I have not seen their names listed. But if their names appeared in it, that would disappoint me. I would be disappointed.
Like, what if you saw Jimmy Carter's name on there?
That would be extremely disappointing.
Right?
That would be very disappointing.
So there would be some names that you'd be like you still would not say don't release the files, but there would be a kick in the gut.
I couldn't care. Like, put anyone on there, and to the point you're saying, Bill, prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately,
everyone else trying to hide it.
As disappointed as I would be to see a Jimmy Carter on that list, I would still say, you know what? If he was on that list, if he was someone that went to this island and there are victims that were created from actions that he participated in, then Jimmy Carter's a piece of shit.
No, he's far too old to have been on that plane. So that was just a hypothetical.
Yeah, 100%. Right? Yeah.
Vin Diesel for you.
like if Matt Damon was on there, I'd be really disappointed because I like Matt Damon.
I would be disappointed. But see, at the same time,
like, how about them apples?
At the same time, I'm not entirely certain
on this prison window.
I'm not entirely certain that I couldn't imagine Matt Damon's name at least being on the list, because let's not ignore the fact that Epstein, I don't know how he made his money. I don't know how he made money for other people. As far as like, was he a good finance officer or whatever it was he did? But there, it's like Bernie Madoff. I
know what he didn't do. He wasn't a podcaster. We can rule that out.
Well, they access in prison is
he didn't make money off of Everplay sports ads. That we can guarantee.
You motherfucker.
If Kevin Smith was on it, I'd be like, no.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be like, good for him.
You gotta get in where you fit in, I guess. Kevin got
good for him that he made that league. That's a scrappy filmmaker. And if he made it on the Epstein plane, I'd be like, good for you, bro. Good for you.
You made it.
If he was still fat, he would have had to buy the 2 seats. Remember, 2 fat for 40?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So this was Dick Durbin and Pam Bondi discussing the Epstein files.
Oh, I forgot we were talking about Pam Bondi.
Publicly claimed to have the Epstein client list waiting for your review and then produced nothing relevant to that claim.
Senator Durbin, if you listen to my entire clip on that, I said I had not reviewed it yet, that it was sitting on my desk along with the JFK files, the Martin Luther King files. And I said I had not yet reviewed it. And if you see our memo on Epstein, you will see, our memo on Epstein clearly points out that there was no client list, our July 6th memo.
According to another whistleblower who made a protected disclosure to my office, you pushed the FBI to review approximately 100,000 Epstein-related records on an arbitrarily short deadline in March, and the FBI was directed to flag any documents that mentioned President Trump. Nothing came of that review until July, when DOJ and FBI released an unsigned memo stating, quote, "there's no incriminating client list." Why was the July 7th memo unsigned?
The July 7th memo came from the FBI and the Department of Justice. Director Patel answered those questions very clear. And, Senator Durbin, I find it very interesting that you refused repeated Republican requests to release the Epstein flight logs in 2023 and 2024. You fought that. Did you take money from Reid Hoffman, campaign donations, who was a huge Epstein friend? Why did you fight for years? Why did you fight to not disclose the flight logs, Senator Durbin?
Was Reid Hoffman in the list? Like, is he part of the Epstein files?
Well, what was his response?
Oh, it cut off from there. I stole most of those clips from PBS. So
he actually had me hooked there. That was more exciting than the Adam Schiff one. All right, Durbin, why didn't you release the flight logs? I mean, not that I'm getting her off the hook, but
I can't confirm that he was part of some vote to try and block this flight log, because the flight log got released. Zach, we were talking about the flight log back in 2022, 2023 when Biden was president, because we were in the studio.
Yep.
And Trent was actually showing us the flight log. We were looking at it.
Don't mention that. You have to pay him a cut of the show.
Oh yeah. Well, but anyway, regardless, it's a like the flight log has been released. So I don't know what the relevance of her saying that he blocked it in 2023 and 2024, or he voted to block it. If Reid Hoffman, who I don't know who that is, and I guess maybe I should, but if Reid Hoffman was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, which Donald Trump was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, clearly we have photographic and video evidence of parties that they attended. There is who's
so far more than anyone else. Right.
Yeah. But Michael Wolff, who is an author, has been coming out very publicly lately because he was interviewing. You got a Michael Wolff book. He was interviewing Jeffrey Epstein for a book, and Jeffrey Epstein pulled out of a safe, according to Michael Wolff, pictures of Donald Trump sitting around with young women, topless, where apparently at some point during this situation, there were photographs taken of Donald Trump. This is, again, allegedly, according to Michael Wolff, the author who has written many books on the Donald Trump presidency. But there were pictures taken of the girls laughing at Donald Trump because he had a stain on his pants.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what Durbin was asking her about, was these photographs. Where were these where are the photographs, or have you seen the photographs that were supposedly raided by the FBI, removed from the safe that was on the Epstein premises? That's what, but she won't answer the questions. That's the thing I'm most dumbfounded by. You can, like, I keep using the word dumbfounded, but it really intrigues me how well the Trump administration, cabinet officials, whatever, that go before these Senate hearings, and they it feels almost scripted.
At some point, you're going to have to rate them. You've had recent hearings with Kash Patel and RFK Jr. and Pam Bondi, and you got to rate them. Which of the three were the most asinine hearings? And you will be challenged, I think, to rate them.
So because I have watched all three of them in their entirety, I think I can rate them right now.
Okay.
Can I say my piece on Pam Bondi real quick?
Please.
Two things. One, Pam Bondi probably literally has those files on her desk. So we are a push and a shove away from understanding all of it. Whoever has the balls to go in there and kick that door open. And two, who whacked Pam Bondi in the space between her middle eyebrow and bridge of her nose to indent her face like that?
That was, and I don't have the name in front of me, that was a very special plastic surgeon out of West Palm Beach, Florida, who is a multi-millionaire that actually does that surgery. Like
what are you talking about? I was actually just watching her, and I thought she was quite attractive.
No, I'm not saying.
What are you saying?
Bring it back up and pause it. Look at the obviously like a maybe a
Bondi, why did you
1.5 inch pipe.
She's horrendous. Look at her. She looks aged.
This explains a lot about Bill right now. Right there. Look how flat. What happened there? You can't not see what I'm talking about.
I understand what it is you're pointing out, but I think that might be a degradation of the actual video file, because I had to compress it so much to fit it on Riverside.
Barrett,
Are you blaming the VHS tape?
Yeah. This is we have 2002 quality video happening in front of us.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's also C-SPAN that has, all of the available, that's a publicly funded, almost not publicly funded anymore. Group.
C-SPAN is a lot like ESPN doesn't do 4K unless it's a very special thing.
Right.
C-SPAN does not do HD unless it's a very special thing.
Right.
Meanwhile, you get The Simpsons in 4K, the show you least need it for.
Yeah, exactly.
I get fucking South Park in 4K.
Right? Yeah.
4K. South Park comes in 4K now.
Right.
Also very excited about their return in a week. I think it's a week. It's either a week or 2 weeks.
I don't know. I tell you, it's a bad business decision to put 3 weeks between episodes now.
I don't disagree.
I get that it's hard to pull off, but they used to be able to pull it off weekly. And they were just great.
I appreciated that. Yeah.
But I think the world in which they existed, where they were able to pull off episodes every single week, didn't have such just a barrage of different things that they could add to episodes. The writers for that show have got to be exhausted. Like I've read stories where they said that.
So they're exhausted from having too much source material to work from, is what you're saying. Yeah. Like it's harder to cut it out than to find topics to pick.
Trey Parker.
I think the time to dwell on these it hinders it more than it helps it, because when you're able to just from the the cut of your seat just sit there and put these jokes in and then sit back and go like, was that too much? And everyone else gets to react about it. That's
you're right. I think the less they think about it, the better the product is.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Trey Parker and Matt Stone have both confessed, as well as Comedy Central, I guess, top brass, have all acknowledged that sometimes that show doesn't get delivered to Comedy Central for airing until 15 to 20 minutes before it has to be on the air.
We all know
Right.
it happened. Why the timeline stretched, right? They bought Casa Bonita and they had to fill in for the servers who don't show up.
Yeah, I believe that because I'm hearing there's lawsuits happen out there, union problems. It's not easy opening up a restaurant.
I think
not only that, the restaurant that is Casa Bonita is insane. Like, I don't even want to go. I just want to kind of stand outside and be like, this exists. Right?
Just to make sure, is that the restaurant of the bag of the $50,000 that was handed to the border czar? What is?
That's a deep cut. I don't think so.
Okay, because he was the $50,000 that he received. I can't remember his name.
Casa Bonita. That would be.
No, you're probably right. It wasn't the same.
Casa Bonita is just is Cartman's favorite restaurant. It's
That's right. That's right. Okay,
well,
it's like a
spent millions and millions and millions to do it, and like it's beautiful, but it's the most insane Chuck E. Cheese you'll ever be to. Is what it boils down to.
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking of I can't remember the name of the bag or the name of the food place that the money that the FBI gave over to border czar was
Tom Holman.
Tom Holman. Thank you. That money was put into a bag, and I think either he or someone else made a joke that he said, which was, that's how I get all of my money, is it's always put into a paper bag.
That right there, I know we're like out of time by 15 minutes already, but that story about Mike Holman receiving a bribe of cash from the FBI on video, and he's still walking around in the administration.
Yeah.
The most insane story among a bunch of insane stories this year.
Pete Hegseth stands in front of all of the generals, the top brass admirals of our military, and tells them that they can't be fat. They are going to have to do twice a year physical tests to keep their jobs. That is another crazy one that I can't believe. Like what did he call them? Beardos? No more beardos. He doesn't want to see beards anymore. Unless you're in special forces, you can't have beards.
Meanwhile, flood Chicago with the Gravy Seals.
Yeah. I mean, the Gravy Seals. Yeah, it's such a somebody. Okay, so this just recently happened, and ultimately I had to make sure that it wasn't what I saw. So Lexington County here in South Carolina has made an agreement with the Immigration and Customs officials, or ICE. And when I was on my way home from bowling last night, the auto vehicle repair shop that I take both of my vehicles to when I need is called Vasquez Auto, and it's over on Highway 1 right near where I live. There were a number of police vehicles with their lights on. There were also unmarked vehicles when I came by, and this was like at 9:30 last night, and I saw what I thought looked like a shakedown. Ultimately, I called them today to find out that no, it was because apparently somebody was trying to break into a couple of the cars they have on their lot. But that's the state of the paranoia that even
you called them. Who did you call specifically?
Vasquez.
Okay. I thought you called the police and asked, what were you doing there?
No, Lexington County police are the wrong people to call literally for anything.
Squad car lights wouldn't turn off. They were helping us with that.
Yeah. But that's the state that I live in, because I know Eric Vasquez because he's worked on my cars, but also we've become, somewhat friends. So my concern is because most of the people that work for him are either Venezuelan or from Mexico. But as far as I know, they're all legal, or they're here legally. But I had genuine concern that there might have been something that had happened. And I have friends that work in immigration law that potentially could help in whatever mess might be going on.
Yeah. Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I got this. It's tearing my brain apart. Can you do a Google search for me? Because I can't do it because I'm doing this off my phone. Just list me the congressman from California. I want to know that guy's name.
California
I can't end the
Congressman.
show. Yeah.
I'll pull that up.
And then while you're pulling that up, let me give kudos to your last episode with that assemblyman from California. That was one of your finest episodes ever, by the way. And I mean that honestly. That was riveting from beginning to end.
I look forward to having Mike Gatto back on the show because he was fantastic. Let's see. We got Pete Aguilar, Glenn Anderson, Joe Baca.
Nope.
Okay, you're looking for a blonde-haired guy. Is that what you
Eric.
said?
I'm thinking his first name's Eric.
Look for a Pete, a William, or an Eric.
Let me see. Eric. There's no Eric listed there.
All right, come on. Then keep reading.
We got Alfonso, Anthony, Howard, Brian, Mary, Sonny. No, Sonny Bono. Oh, this is all of them. Even dead.
You give me Sonny Bono? What the hell are you doing?
Okay.
Did you chat GPT the question?
There apparently is a
Sonny Bono.
There apparently is a filter here. We got Pete, Nanette, Amy.
I want the men. Just it's a guy.
Okay, just the guys. Solid. Salud. Lewis, Jim, Mark Desunier. No,
okay. You would know the name and you saw it. I'm telling you, he's a famous congressman.
Swalwell.
That's
Eric
it.
Swalwell.
That's the one.
That's all.
Eric.
That's all you had to say. Famous. Yeah, Swalwell's fantastic.
Eric Swalwell was the one that tweeted that he has it on good authority. He's talked to his Republican colleagues and knows of 100 who are about to bolt the Trump party as soon as this discharge is passed. Thank you. Now I can go to sleep peacefully.
I will say this: Eric Swalwell is not been wrong very often.
Right.
Eric Swalwell is one of those people that when he speaks, I am confident in what it is he's speaking about.
How do you gather
not like
data
Zach
on 100 people?
Say what?
How do you gather that kind of data? Like, all right, that's 99, 100. You all
They
are
all-
gonna leave.
They all
He knows
they
them.
all, they all eat in the
It was
cafeteria.
exactly 100 people that spoke to him in person. He gave each of them a deli ticket. So that's how he knows, Zach.
I was like, okay, whatever. Eric,
They
more
have
power to
those
you.
little machines in the Congress floor, and so they pull these little deli tickets, and that's how they keep order.
Well, on that
Yeah.
bombshell, we'll wrap it up so that
I heard
Bill.
that slide against me, Bill. I can deliver nothing but factual, accurate information all the time. Unless I
Listen,
don't.
I know you
And
were
we
on the
don't know
Effrey Jepstein list.
Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, we didn't go to an island. We went to a lake.
We went to a peninsula. we
Yes,
were on a fjord, not an island. We're on a fjord.
we went to a canal. It was weird.
We went to the Jeffrey or the Effrey Jepstein Isthmus.
It was the Effrey
It
Jepstein.
was a sinkhole in Florida.
A sinkhole. It was someone's garbage can full of rainwater. What are you talking about? Florida.
There's no difference. We're saying the same thing.
That's
3 hours later.
all right. That's gonna wrap it up.
Sir, this
Big-
is a sinkhole.
Big thanks for tuning in. Don't forget you can follow me at Barrett Gruber. You can follow Zach at Garnet King 07 and Bill at politicalbillsc. You can catch us.
You can follow. You don't. Cowards.
Catch us right here doing this again very soon. Until next time, you all stay safe, be kind, and
Wait, do y'all have
Get a
catchphrase?
community violation. I don't know. What are we doing here?
I was
keep your hands to
giving
yourself.
Zach. I was
Don't
keeping.
trust Pam Bondi.
I was Pam. I will just say this that the amount of restraint that people like Blumenthal and Dick Durbin and White House and
I at least thrown a pin at her.
Shifty Schiff, the fact that they don't get up and just bitch slap her, be like, but
Doesn't someone in there have a gavel?
before we go away, I will rank the three.
Oh,
between
yeah.
Cash Patel, RFK Jr., and Pam Bondi.
That's a weird, sexy list, Barrett.
All right, hold on. I'm going to give my ranking because I'm going to see if it matches yours.
Okay, you go
Because I
first.
did not watch them.
Okay,
But I have to imagine
Let's say number three
RFK
at the same
Jr.'s.
time. Let's say number
RFK
three.
Jr.'s was the worst.
Yeah, he
Oh.
had to release a rodent in the courtroom at least.
I was not. I was gonna
catch up.
I was gonna say the worst was definitely number one was RFK Jr. because that was the most obscure, just non-conscious role of not facts throughout the entire thing. And even towards the end of it, I was clearing my throat over and over and over again.
You caught whatever RFK Jr. had.
Yeah.
You caught it.
You unknowingly just went in and bought Halls for
I invested in them. What are you talking about? Johnson and Johnson's getting all my money now.
Okay, kids, it's time for bed. Let's go to bed.
Yeah,
Ignore my voice right now.
Second worst was Kash Patel.
Yeah.
Second worst was absolutely Kash Patel, and Pam Bondi comes
First
in.
best, second worst.
Very close third. Very close third. So, all right. Till next time. Go.
Last thing, I'm gonna let you sign off in 2 seconds. All this is just a cover-up disclosure. And Barrett's a Buddhist alien guy. What's his name?
Bashar.
Bashar, yeah. So UAP disclosure is coming, and all this is just a sidetrack. 3i Atlas is on its way. Barrett's gonna strap on his white Nikes and jump off a roof in his sweat shorts. Do y'all remember that? Heaven's Gate, mother.
Yeah, Heaven's Gate. Yeah, behind Comet.
Hail Bop.
Hail Bop. That was
Bop,
it.
that's it.
1996 or 1997. It was
I think it was
like 96, 97.
Barrett's
Yeah.
getting his white Nikes
Hey,
ready
so
and his sweat shorts.
let's get it rolling. This evening show, this change in schedule. In favor? Because
I'm
I
in
felt more
favor.
energetic.
I'm in favor. All
right.
If we
That's
can
called
get Zach
Buzz,
on.
Bill.
All right. Till next time, you all stay safe, be kind, and Zach.
Yeah, keep your hands to yourself and look to the skies. 3i Atlas is out there. Everybody, just kidding. Keep going.
I was gonna say I was gonna have to cut you off at some point.
Yeah, I was hoping you were.